Hello everyone, welcome. Today we are sharing the topic is the hidden power of the mind's garden. At the very edge of a bustling city, there was a forgotten garden, overgrown and wild, a place people barely noticed until a mysterious old man arrived, claiming that the plants here could bloom with one's innermost thoughts. He called them the seeds of the mind. When a young man named Li Xiang heard about this, his curiosity drove him to seek out the garden himself. Li Xiang was a young man who seemed to have everything going for him: a good job, a supportive family, and friends, but something was missing. Restless and feeling like life was slipping through his fingers, he began searching for answers. One day, he heard rumors about an unusual garden on the city's outskirts, a place where one could plant their thoughts and watch them grow. Intrigued, he sought out this place and eventually stumbled upon it, finding it far wilder than he had imagined. Vines twisted along stone walls. Flowers grew chaotically, and an air of mystery filled the space. An elderly man tended to the plants there, his eyes full of wisdom and his demeanor calm. Seeing Li Xiang's curiosity, the old man offered him a challenge. He handed him a small cloth bag filled with seeds. "These," he said, "are seeds of the mind. They grow according to your thoughts. Plant them, but remember, their growth reflects not the care you give them on the outside, but the state of your heart and mind within." Skeptical but intrigued, Li Xiang took the seeds and found a small patch in the garden where he could plant them. Each day, he returned to watch his plants grow. At first, they sprouted strong and full of promise, vibrant green and lively. He felt excited, like he was finally on the brink of discovering something new about himself. But as his doubts crept in, doubts about his career, worries about his relationships, and lingering insecurities about his own worth, he noticed the plants beginning to wilt. At first, he tried to blame the weather or the soil, but he recalled the old man's words. "These seeds reflect your mind." So he decided to experiment. He began focusing intently on his plants, pouring in all his positive thoughts, and imagining his life free of anxiety and doubt. He practiced gratitude each morning, thinking of what he had rather than what he lacked. Gradually, he noticed the plants seemed to respond, growing greener and healthier. But the challenge wasn't over. Life continued to test him, and whenever he let negativity creep back in, overthinking a mistake at work or worrying about his future, the plants would start to droop. Each time, he had to return to a place of inner calm, reminding himself to breathe, refocus, and shift his thoughts. It was as though he was learning to cultivate himself as much as he was cultivating the plants. Finally, after weeks of practice, he returned one day to see his plants in full bloom, radiating vibrant colors he'd never seen before. Flowers of every hue burst forth, their scent filling the air with a fragrance so rich it seemed to change the entire garden. Round him, the old man returned, smiling as he watched Li Xiang marvel at the transformation. "What you see here," he said, gesturing to the garden, "is the power of the mind. A mind filled with worries and fears will only find decay, but a mind filled with peace and positivity will always bloom. Remember, the most important garden you can tend is the one within. True growth starts from within. A mind filled with gratitude and peace is the most fertile ground for a life in full bloom. As you think, so shall you receive." Our thoughts not only influence our emotions, but directly shape our reality. Every thought in the mind finds its reflection in the outside world. Inner harmony is the key to creating happiness and prosperity. A harmonious state of mind attracts success and joy, while a chaotic mind invites a chaotic life. The power of the mind lies in the depth of its focus, not in the breadth of its thoughts. It is not the quantity of thoughts but their quality that defines our reality. Focusing on positive thoughts brings about an abundant life. Your mind is a magnet, and what it attracts depends entirely on what you focus on. Focusing on lack and insufficiency often draws in more of the same, whereas focusing on abundance and beauty invites greater fullness into life. Control your thoughts, and you can control your destiny. When we learn to master our thoughts, refusing to be swayed by negative emotions, we truly gain control over the direction of our lives.